This is IGN. Coming up, Tony Hawk teases Pro Skater anniversary plans. Welcome to your IGN Daily Update. But first, the Borderlands movie has ended its ill-fated run at theaters, having made just $31 million. The Eli Roth-directed action flick is a live-action adaptation of Gearbox's phenomenally popular looter-shooter video game series and stars the likes of Cate Blanchett, Jamie Lee Curtis, Kevin Hart, and Jack Black. Despite its star-studded cast, Borderlands crashed and burned at the box office off the back of negative reviews and poor fan reception. According to the numbers, Borderlands' last day in cinemas was September 5th, and as of that date, it had made a paltry $31 million at the worldwide box office, with $15.4 million in the US and $15.4 million internationally. The Borderlands movie then went on to open to less than positive reviews from critics. Reception was so disappointing that Take-Two Interactive CEO Strauss Zelnick felt compelled to ask fans to give the film a chance. Clearly, few did. Next, filmmakers Steven Spielberg and Judd Apatow have reportedly boarded Sony's upcoming Coca-Cola vs. Pepsi movie, Cola Wars. A Deadline report shares that Apatow is now attached to direct the project, with Spielberg tapped as a producer via Amblin Entertainment. It's primed to tell a mid-1980s story that follows the battle between Pepsi and Coke for the top spot of soda drinkers' favorite poppy beverage. Deadline said Sony purchased Cola Wars for more than $1 million amid a tense auction earlier this year. The Cola Wars is the real-life story of a rivalry that's lasted for decades, with important moments including the new Coke controversy and a Pepsi-related pyrotechnic malfunction that saw Michael Jackson's hair catch fire. Exact details on everything Sony's soda movie will cover have yet to be revealed. Cola Wars is still in its early stages, so Sony has yet to reveal a release date or casting information. And Sony Pictures Entertainment has released the final trailer for Venom: The Last Dance, itself the final entry in the Spider-Man spin-off trilogy. The near 3-minute trailer gives fans their first look at the live-action version of Null, the eldritch god of darkness who created the alien symbiotes that infected Tom Hardy's character Eddie Brock. It only offers a brief glimpse of the baddie, but his figure atop a throne, with taloned fingers and long white hair, will be plenty familiar to the fans of the Marvel comics. Venom also takes on some fun new forms in the film, a couple of which are shown off in the trailer. This includes a Venom fish and more of the dastardly Venom horse seen in the last trailer. Fans won't have to wait too long to view the final piece of the trilogy, as Venom: The Last Dance arrives October 25th, 2 weeks ahead of its previously announced November release date. Tony Hawk has said he's talking to Activision again and is working on something Pro Skater related with the company. In an interview with Mythical Kingdom via VGC, the world-famous skater teased plans to celebrate Tony Hawk's Pro Skater's 25th anniversary later this year. I wish I could tell you more, but I can tell you that I have been talking to Activision again, which is insanely exciting. We're working on something, Hawk said. This is the first time I've said that publicly. It will be something the fans will truly appreciate. Neither Activision nor parent company Microsoft has announced any new Tony Hawk's Pro Skater plans. The series has been dormant since 2020's well-received Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, a set of remakes developed by Activision-owned studio Vicarious Visions before it was absorbed into Diablo developer Blizzard in 2022. Speaking in 2022, Hawk said a follow-up remake collection was planned for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 before Vicarious Visions merged with Blizzard, but the dream died when Activision failed to find a video game pitch from other developers it was happy with. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 was the plan even up until the release date of 1 and 2, Hawk said. We were doing 3 and 4, and then Vicarious kinda got absorbed, and then they were looking for other developers, and then it was over. The truth of it is, Activision were trying to find somebody to do 3 and 4, but they just didn't really trust anyone the way they did Vicarious. So they took other pitches from other studios, like, what would you do with the Tony Hawk Pro Skater title? And they didn't like anything they heard, and then that was it. Who knows, maybe when the dust settles, we'll figure it out. You never know. I never would have thought we were going to do 1 and 2 20 years later. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater released on PS1 on September 29, 1999, and went on to sell millions of copies and spawn subsequent sequels. As well as working with Activision on something new video game related, Tony Hawk is making a kids-focused animated TV show called Skatebirds, a title inspired by Hawk's Birdman nickname. That's your IGN Daily Update. My name is Tony Jackson, and if you want more news on your favorite games and entertainment topics, make sure to visit us at IGN.com. You can also download our free app on your phone or console, and subscribe to our weekly podcast through the podcast service of your choice.
Spoken Layer.